वेलकम टू स्पोर्टिंग एंजल्स एजुकेशनल स्पेक्ट्रम। हम कर रहे हैं क्लास 9th का मैथमेटिक्स। कैसे हैं आप सब। और पॉलिनोमियल्स में एक्सरसाइज 2.1 हम कर चुके हैं। आज कर रहे हैं एक्सरसाइज 2.2। तो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि इस बात का किसी को डाउट नहीं होगा कि मैथमेटिक्स जो है उसमें वीडियो की हेल्प केवल इसलिए लेते हैं कि कोई कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में ना आए तो समझ लें, लेकिन मैथमेटिक्स हमेशा कॉपी पेन से करते हैं। ठीक है, तो उठा लीजिए कॉपी पेन, प्रैक्टिस शुरू कर दीजिए और हमारे साथ फिर आप बाद में मिला सकते हैं या समझ में ना आए तो देख सकते हैं। 2.2 क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 और इसके 3 पार्ट हैं। आइए पहले करते हैं फर्स्ट पार्ट को। Find the value of the polynomial 5x minus 4x square plus 3 at x is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 2. So let us solve the first part. देखिए, the given polynomial is, what is the given polynomial? The given polynomial at x is 5x minus 4x square plus 3. We have to find it at 0, right? So replace x for 0. You get 5 into 0 minus 4 into 0 plus 3. That will give you 0 minus 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. ठीक है दोस्तों, let's take up part 2. Again, this is the given polynomial. Let's solve it for x is equal to minus 1. So when you put minus 1 instead of x, you get 5 into minus 1 minus 4 into minus 1 raised to the power 2 plus 3. That will give you minus 5, and the square of minus 1 will give you 1, and therefore this will give you minus 4 plus 3. This gives you minus 6. ठीक है दोस्तों, let's solve part number 3 this side. ठीक है, so the given polynomial is 5x minus 4x square plus 3, and therefore we have to find out the polynomial at 2. Okay, so replace x for 2, 5 into 2 minus 4 into whole square of 2 plus 3 should give you 10 minus, see, this will give you 4 4 is 16 plus 3, that should give you 13 minus 16, that gives you minus 3. ठीक है दोस्तों। Well दोस्तों, let's take up question number 2. Question number 2 has got 4 parts. आइए पहले question number 2 का फर्स्ट पार्ट सॉल्व करते हैं। Find P0, P1, P2 for each, right? Here in the first part, the polynomial Py, the polynomial at y is y square minus y plus 1, right? So let's find out P0. So replace y for 0, right? So 0 square minus 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, right? Now let's replace it for 1. This will be 1 square minus 1 plus 1. This will give you 1 minus 1 plus 1, that will give you 1. ठीक है दोस्तों, let's replace y for 2. So here you will have 2 square minus 2 plus 1, that should give you 4 minus 2 plus 1, that should give you 4 plus 1 5, 5 minus 2 3. ठीक है दोस्तों. Now let me invite the students, because almost all the parts are identical. Let me invite some of you to solve each part, right?
2 plus 0 plus 2 into 0 with part 2 minus 0 with part 3 equals to 2 plus 0 plus 2 की पावर 0 into 2 sorry 0 की पावर 2 into 2 to 0 minus 0 is equal to 2. 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 की पावर 2 minus 1 की पावर 3 equal to 2 plus 1 plus 1 की पावर 2 1 into 2 2 minus 1 की पावर 3 equals to 1 2 1 plus 2 5 minus 1 4 2 plus 2 plus 2 into 2 की पावर 2 minus 2 की पावर 3 is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 2 into 2 की पावर 2 4 minus 2 की पावर 3 8 equal to 2 plus 2 plus into 8 minus 8 2 plus 2 plus 8 12 minus 8 equal to 4.
Let's solve this for P0 first. 0 का cube that is equals to 0. Next P1. 1 का cube that is equals to 1. P for 2. P का cube that is equals to 8.
We are going to replace x by 0. So it is equals to 0 minus 1 into 0 plus 1 is equals to minus 1 into 1 is equals to minus 1. Now we are going to replace x by 1. So it is equals to 1 minus 1 into 1 plus 1. So it is equals to 1 cancels 1, so it is 0 into 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, so it will give you 0. Now we are going to replace x by 2. So it is equals to 2 minus 1 into 2 plus 1. So it is equals to 2 minus 1 is equals to 1 into 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. So it will give you 3.
Well, each one of you put forward your solutions very well. Join your hands together for each one of them. Well, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 में हमें वेरीफाई करना है. वेरीफाई वेदर द फॉलोइंग आर द जीरोस ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल्स इंडिकेटेड अगेंस्ट देम. इससे पहले कि हम इस सम को करें, एक बात का ध्यान रखना है कि पॉलिनोमियल्स के लिए जीरो का यूज करते हैं और इक्वेशंस के लिए रूट. ओके, तो इसमें कंफ्यूज मत रहना. पॉलिनोमियल्स के लिए जीरोस, इक्वेशंस के लिए रूट्स. ठीक है दोस्तों. तो देखिए, वेरीफाई करना है दिस इज द गिवन पॉलिनोमियल और क्या ये इसका जीरो है. देखिए, for this to be the zero of the given polynomial, we have to put this value instead of x, and if we get 0, then it is a zero of the polynomial. If you don't get 0, then it is not a zero of the polynomial, right? So let's put it. Polynomial at minus 1 upon 3 will give you 3 into minus 1 upon 3 plus 1. That should give you, see, this 3 cancels 3. This will give you minus 1 plus 1, that is 0. So you can write yes, it is a zero of the polynomial. Right, friends? Let's consider part 2. See, the given polynomial is 5x minus pi, and we have to check whether this is the zero of the polynomial. In case it has to be the zero of the polynomial, in that case putting this instead of x should make it 0. Let's check. The polynomial at 4 upon 5 will be 5 into 4 upon 5 minus pi. That should give you 4 minus pi. It is not 0. Therefore, you should say, do not forget to say that no, it is not a zero of the given polynomial. Right, friends? Well, question number 3, part 3. Right? We have to verify whether this and this are the zeros of this polynomial. Let's put 1 instead of x first. So this will be 1 square minus 1, that will give you 1 minus 1, that will give you 0. So this is a 0 of the polynomial. Now let's find out this. This will give you minus 1 square minus 1, that should again give you 1 minus 1, that is again 0. That means both are zeros of the polynomial, right? So you can write here 1 and minus 1, 1 and minus 1 are the zeros of the polynomial. ठीक है दोस्तों? Part 4, right? This is the polynomial. We have to prove whether this and this are the zeros of the polynomial. So let's take minus 1 first. When you put minus 1 here, plus 1 into x minus 2, this will give you 0 into x minus 2, that should give you 0. Now 2, and when you put 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 2, that will give you 3 into 0, and that should again give you 0. Therefore, minus 1 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial. ठीक है दोस्तों? Now let's consider part 5. Part 5 is, this is the polynomial, and we have to find out whether 0 can be the 0 of this polynomial. Do you know 0 can also be the 0 of some of the polynomials? Let's find out. So this will be 0 square is equal to 0. Therefore, 0 is a 0 of the polynomial. Right, friends? Part 6. See, this is the polynomial and we have to check whether this is a zero of this polynomial. Let's put this instead of x. So minus m upon L will be L into minus m upon L plus m, and L cancels L. This should give you minus m plus m, that should give you 0. Therefore minus m upon L is a 0 of the polynomial. ठीक है दोस्तों, पार्ट 7 को सॉल्व करते हैं. ठीक है दोस्तों, देखिए this is the polynomial and we have to check whether this and this are the zeros of the polynomial. Let's solve this first. So let's check whether minus 1 upon root 3 is a zero of the polynomial. What we have to do is 3 into, instead of x we can keep minus 1 upon root 3 whole square minus 1, and this should give you 3. See, minus 1 into minus 1 will give you 1, and root 3 into root 3 will give you 3 minus 1. This cancels this, that will give you 1 minus 1, that should give you 0. ठीक है दोस्तों, that means minus 1 upon root 3 is a 0 of the polynomial. Now let's consider the second one, that is 2 upon root 3. Let's put this value instead of x. So this will give you 3 into 2 upon root 3 whole square minus 1. That should give you 3 into square of 2 is 4 and square of root 3 is 3 minus 1. 3 cancels 3. This will give you 4 minus 1. That will give you 3. So we do not get 0 here. Therefore, this is not a 0 of the polynomial. 2 upon root 3 is not a 0 of the polynomial. Right, friends? Part 8. This is the polynomial and we have to check whether this 1 upon 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. Let's check. अब तो आपकी बहुत प्रैक्टिस हो गई. एक्चुअली ये तो आपको करना चाहिए. ऐसा करो फटाफट ना, ये वीडियो को यहीं पे पॉज कर दो, आप सॉल्व करके बाद में देखो कि आप कर पाए सही से या नहीं. चलो तो अब मैं कर देता हूं आपके लिए. 2 into 1 upon 2 plus 1. This will give you 1 plus 1. This will give you 2. तो 0 तो आया नहीं. That means this is not the 0 of this polynomial. No, it is not the 0 of the polynomial. Right, friends? This हमने कंप्लीट कर लिए सारे पार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 के. अब स्टार्ट करते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. See, we have to find the zeros of the given polynomial. This is the polynomial, and to find the zero of a given polynomial, we have to put the polynomial equal to 0. Right, friends? To find the zero of the polynomial, let's put this polynomial equal to 0, right? So this should give you, this is the polynomial, x plus 5 is equal to 0, and that should give you x is equal to minus 5. So this is the 0 of the polynomial. This is part 1 for you. Let's take part 2. Part 2, we have to find the 0 of this, and to find the 0 of the polynomial, let's put this polynomial equal to 0. So that is to say x minus 5 is equal to 0. That makes x is equal to 5. So this is the 0 of the given polynomial. ठीक है दोस्त? Let's take part 3. This is the one. We have to find the 0, and to find the 0, let's put this equal to 0, that is to say 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, that is to say 2x is equal to minus 5. That makes as x is equal to minus 5 upon 2. ठीक है दोस्तों? Let's take part 4. This is the one, right? To find the 0, let's put px is equal to 0, and that should give you 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, and that should give you 3x is equal to 2, and that makes x is equal to 2 upon 3. ठीक है दोस्तों? Let's take part 5. See, this is the given polynomial. We have to find the 0. To find the 0, let's put px is equal to 0. That will give you 3x is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0 upon 3. 0 divided by any number will give you 0 divided by 3 will give you 0. See, this is given, and we have to find the 0 of this polynomial where a is not equal to 0. Okay, a is a real number, but it is not equal to 0. And of course it cannot be equal to 0, because if a is 0, then a into x becomes 0. Then it does not remain a polynomial, right? So that means a is not equal to 0, and we have to solve it. To find the 0 of the polynomial, let's put ax is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0 divided by a. That will give you 0. ठीक है friends? Let's take part number 7. ठीक है दोस्तों? See, this is the polynomial given where c is not equal to 0. See, the coefficient of x can never be 0. If this becomes 0, then this term itself will become 0. Then we will be left with only this. Of course, it will still remain to be a polynomial, but the degree of the polynomial will change, right? So this is the polynomial where c is not equal to 0, and c and d are real numbers. Okay, in that case, to find the 0, of the polynomial, let's put cx plus d equal to 0. That should give you cx is equal to minus d. This implies x इज इक्वल टू -d/c। ठीक है दोस्तों, तो with this we have completed exercise 2.2. I hope you liked it, and if you really liked it then like कर दो यार, सब्सक्राइब कर दो, टीचर्स को अच्छा लगता है। ठीक है, और फिर आपका तो कुछ खर्च होता नहीं है, हमें अच्छा लगता है ऐसा काम जो आपका कोई कुछ खर्च भी नहीं होता और टीचर को अच्छा लगे, तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर दो, लाइक भी कर दो, और अगले वीडियो में मिलेंगे एक्सरसाइज 2.3 के लिए। तब तक विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, हैव गुड टाइम्स, हैव मैथमेटिक्स टाइम्स।